After 4 years stationed next to Victoria's Royal Athletic Park, this shipping container community is winding down for its permanent closure at the end of March. Formerly known as Tiny Town, Caledonia Place served as the step before permanent housing.
It's an alternative to shelters, and a lot of people who are unhoused don't find shelters safe. So this is a really good interim step.
Though it's had its permit extended 3 times, its current permit has expired. And Victoria Councillor Krista Loudon believes it's a shame there isn't a replacement plan.
Tiny Town was offered to every other municipality in Greater Victoria, but nobody took it.
It's a similar story in Nanaimo, where Nikeo Housing, another shipping container community, also faces the risk of closure after being told by the city of Nanaimo that it would end the lease. Pacifica Housing operates the Nanaimo location, and the CEO says this threat is part of a trend her and other housing operators are seeing.
And we've been notified that in a year that time will come. However, it's not matching up with any permanent solutions. And so we are asked to not fill those units that are very intense support, incredibly effective for getting people stabilized.
The pressures facing these kinds of housing options is one of the reasons behind a new open letter released today by the BC Coalition of Safe and Supportive Housing, which is made up of more than 20 housing operators, including Pacifica Housing. In the letter, the coalition calls on the province and municipalities to take action. The group says it's seen temporary and transitional housing sites under threat of closure and emergency shelters being rejected across communities, and that these decisions are being made without alternative solutions in place. Extreme weather shelters also an area of concern for the coalition. Earlier this year, the town of Sydney rejected opening an extreme weather shelter, but last week, council said it would come back in January with solutions. The CEO, however, says those shelters shouldn't be up for debate.
It is essential safety infrastructure.
While she agrees working together is the solution, Loudon wants to take it one step further. Drawing inspirations from a Sydney church, she believes local governments should experience a night out in the cold.
For mayors and councillors across the region to get really cold overnight and then go back to their table to make a decision about emergency weather response shelters would be a very good thing.
And she says it's something she'd take part in.
If there was a challenge for all mayors and councillors in Greater Victoria to sleep out, I would be there.